Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is TheSparrowsJourney. I miss Wild West games. I miss cowboy games, and I wish companies would do it more. Hard West is a tactical, turn-based combat game from the likes of XCOM. Hard West is being developed by Creative Forge Games and published by Gambitious Digital Entertainment. I hope I have not murdered your names over there. Why do companies still pick such complex? Either way, Hard West is pictured by this same menu over here. It's a very dark, emotional game as well. You have a horse back there, you have a guy suiciding, hanging from the ropes back there, and you have a cemetery burning with a church in the background far distant. Hard West has a main campaign, and that's the only way I'm going to be able to show you the game itself, so we're going to click that. And in here, you have several steps into the main campaign, and I really love how they have done this. It's not like you have one path and one path only. You have the main campaign over here, which you gotta complete. Apparently, I assume that's the way it works, to unlock the other paths. The game calls it scenariums. Each one of these portraits is a scenarium and a different phase into the story. But when you enter one of these, you have a big map in which you will have several missions and several fights. Easy, medium, hard. I'm gonna go with medium so that I can show you in the shortest amount of time in the video the max I can about the game. You have other conditions, combat injuries, which means whenever your characters are damaged badly, you will have a debuff, such as your character is bleeding and you're taking damage over time. Then you have Iron Man, which would be called in other games hard mode. Whenever you lose an important character, you have to start the scenario from the scratch.
The Old West was a hard place. Few survived the frigid winters and scorching summers. Other than locusts and drought, the only thing in abundance was poverty and firearms. Many were murdered over trivial matters. Combine alcohol and hopelessness with greed, envy, lust, and pride, and death is often the result. Many a homestead stood abandoned by their long-departed owners. Crude cabins stood alone in the wilderness, cut off from the outside world. People knew to mind their own business, but isolated, they grew ignorant and superstitious. Some said the devil walked the earth, said lost souls haunted and possessed the living, pushing them past the edge of sanity. In this harsh and dangerous country, no one had it easy, including your family. You were 6 years old when you traveled the Oregon Trail with your mother and father. Food was scarce, and your father, despite being a fine tracker and a crack shot, failed to find any game. It was as if every animal on the trail was spooked by some evil force. Your old man found a small village and tried to trade equipment for food, but this village was overrun by outlaws. They took your mother and decided to trade you and your father to white slavers. But he managed to break free, told you to hide, and set out to save her.
Your main mission right now is to save your mother as your father. I know this is hard to listen to, but that's how the game puts you into the story. We're going to skip the tutorial. Actually, the tutorial is exactly what we're going to play, but the game will explain the several things you got to understand about it. I'm using my ASD keys to move into the map. Now I'm going to use key and E to rotate the map into different angles. We're gonna start by the character, and above it there's an icon that shows you several information. You have a sun, a little sun over there, which shows that you are clearly in the daylight. Sometimes it's gray, which means you are in the shadows. Sometimes it's not full, which means you are playing into the night. And that all comes into play with the game, because there are several abilities that you can only use in certain circumstances, like daylight or night time. Then you have those stars to the left, which are your action points. Your action points are only 2 for each character, and it doesn't matter how much you move. If I move over here this distance, or move over here just 1 bit, that will be 1 action point. If you shoot, that will be your last move before the end of the turn. Shooting will always be your last move. Your luck bar works differently from other games. In other games, it's related to something like critical hits. In here, when someone shoots you and hits you, your luck will increase. So the more luck you have, the better, the more chances you will have of not being hit by an enemy. Then down here you have your several abilities with your current gun. You can change guns as well. Right now I'm fighting with a 6-shooter, but I could have something like a shotgun. This gun allows me to have this fanning ability, which will shoot more than once. In terms of action points, this first highlighted area means that I'm gonna waste 1 action point if I move within this area. If I move out of there, I'm gonna have a second highlighted area, and that means I'm gonna use a second action point. So let's move over here to half cover. Half cover is pictured by that half way up shields. If I wanted to move to full cover, I will move over here, and that will give you full cover with the full shields. That also is pictured by that bar around this icon over here, which is currently empty. If I move my character over here, it will be half empty, which means I'm in half cover. And this impacts a lot when you shoot someone. If you come over here and you check the stats of your gun, this gun has a base damage of 4. But if the guy is in half cover, it will only do 2 damage if you hit the said guy that you're trying to hit. If the guy is in full cover, you will only do 1 damage. Currently the guy is in no cover at all, so I will do full damage on him. And if you click more info, you will have all the math behind it. Here's my character aim percentage, here's the distance at which I am at from the guy, and this will all give you the last percentage that you will have from hitting the guy. In the bottom right, you can have the several targets that you can hit from here. I'm gonna hit this guy because it's the one that I have most chances to hit. And that one is done with. My experience with the game tells me that the higher the difficulty, the more enemies will be in the map. I am not entirely sure if the intelligence is superior. It seems to be, but I'm not entirely sure of that. Now let's shoot that guy. Now this guy is in full cover. For that reason, I will only have 1 damage on him if I hit him. Let's check here the more info panel. So because he has defense and because he is in full cover, I will have a less chance of hitting him as well. So being in cover not only lessens the chance of you being hit, but it lessens the damage that they do to you if you in fact hit them. Now his luck increased. That's because we've hit the guy, which means next time I try to shoot him, I will have a less chance of hitting him because he got more luck this time. But he did a pretty bad move because now I have a better chance of hitting him and for full damage. Probably try to move over here so that he could hit me with no cover, but that ends up being no cover for him as well. So we're gonna move over there. We're gonna slowly move across the map and try to find them because I'm pretty sure there's more of them. This map finishes when you're done with all the enemies. Still didn't find any of them. Right now, if I move over here, it will give me half cover. But if I do this, and that will give me full cover. Love this. Now, I still have 2 action points. They are not moving, apparently. I need to discover where they are at. What I can do is move over here, try to be a scout, reckon where they are. I was not lucky in that, so I'm gonna move back and let them play this turn. Try to get into the house. Let's try that out. Pretty sure they are inside the house because that's where you want to be at. Still no one. So let's check the window. there's one guy over there. We can shoot him from over here. 40% chance of hitting him though, which is not that great. But let's do it anyway. It's the only target we got currently. He moved pretty closely. What I can do is move over here. This will give me full cover. And I will be hitting him pretty hard. 100% chance because the guy is in no cover if I shoot him from over here. Another thing that I gotta be careful with is this red area over here means that if I move across that area, that guy will fire at me automatically. Now, this is still not the last guy, or I would have finished the map by now. There's another one. There's more than that guy, apparently, because the enemy turn still took some more time. Let's try to hit that guy. Lovely. And I would say, lastly, this is the guy we need to hit. Oh, no, there's another one. Okay, fine. Let's move to the window. I'm not entirely sure if I can hit them from over here by looking at the window. Let's try that out. Yes, I can. So that guy is in no cover at all from over there. Yeah, he's in no cover at all, but I have a better chance of hitting this guy, which is something that tells you by the green bar over here in the bottom right. So I'm gonna obviously choose this guy. He fails. Well, he actually successfully hits me, but he's gonna fail now because I'm gonna hit him in the butt. Now, this star over here tells me that every single enemy is dealt with, so I don't need to be careful anymore. Objective is to get into the house, so let's do that.
She was nowhere to be found. He saw the box. What was in it?
Next objective is the box.
The simple wooden box contained a head. Your mother's head. Afterwards, your father found one of the gunmen still alive. The dying man rambled on about some unholy obligation, about promises made by the devil himself, and the rewards they would find in hell.
And this is where the game sets or kicks off. If you press continue, you will get into the scenario itself where you get to pick your path, you get to pick throughout the several options that the game gives you. That is Hard West in a nutshell over there. That tactical turn-based gameplay. That is their core mechanic. But besides that,
you and your father were alive, but all your supplies were destroyed. No way you'd make it to Oregon now. Your father decided to stay put and build a life right there. Many years passed, and you grew up. You became a man.
Besides that, you have this map where you will be able to choose where are you gonna go to and basically write your story throughout your options. So I'm gonna try to complete this scenario. The two of you took over the ruined railroad company buildings and tried your hands at farming. The soil was dry and the land was dangerous. You spent 10 long years scratching out an existence from the dirt. Now you were grown. You figured the two of you should try for Oregon again. It's what mother would have wanted. Gold! Who would have thought they'd find it here? And just when you needed cash for your journey. Time to strike it rich and get out of the town before the outlaws and madmen showed up. They always do. The masked man controlled all the gold mining. His henchman sold you a license that let you run 9 prospecting operations. Okay, here we go, and this is where we choose where we want to go to. We have Ugly Ditch over here, a neighbor's house. We are a little short on cash, so our objective over here is to get cash and to evolve into better gear. This is how you progress your characters. You get cards which you can choose to put into your hand in one of the characters. If you have, for instance, I'm not a big poker fan. If you have something like a full hand or a pair, you also can stack up bonuses. So this card gives me 1 more HP. So I am the weakest link of the party right now, so I'm gonna put this one over here so that I have 7 HP. This gives me more aim. Currently, my father has 65 aim and I have 50. So again, I'm gonna put this card over here, which will give me more aim, and this will balance out the party a little bit more. Everyone said there was placer gold down in the ditch, but most of it was buried deep under hard rock. I don't have money to explore more than the placer gold, so I'm gonna go for that. It's a gambling game, and we got 16 gold out of it. It cost us 15, but we got 31, so the balance was positive. And we can go for the deeper gold, so let's do that. And we got a total income of 2. That was not a good exploration, so let's leave that place. It's not totally explored, and these nodes will get eventually exhausted if you keep exploring them. Let's go to the neighbor's house. You pay them a visit and they turn out to be kind people. You exchange pleasantries and the customary premises to help one another. More importantly, you met Florence, their beautiful, kind-hearted daughter. All you exchanged were a few glances, but you found yourself smitten. Not interested in prospecting themselves, the neighbors tipped you off about a couple of promising spots.
From the day you first laid eyes on Florence, she was all you could think about. It wasn't just desire that she inspired in you. It was the way she saw the best in you, the way she made you feel.
So this was another step into the story. We now have a new character, an important character, which is Florence. And we kind of got into a giddy moment over there. So there must be some interesting stuff happening in the future. The shaft had been thoroughly explored in the hard rock depth, but not much apart from that. This also tells you a little bit where you should explore and waste your money or invest your money. So if it has been explored in a hard rock depth, you should probably not explore the hard rock. So let's try the placer gold. I got an income of 16. Not bad, but it's still not a huge income. So I'm gonna leave this place for now, because the more you explore the mines, the lesser chance you will have of getting good money if you don't have the proper tools. Right now you can see over here that my tools are at 1.0, and that's not great. We need to improve our tools. So this place is a collapsed mine. It's not something we can explore. It looked like you could squeeze in, maybe get some gold they found. Okay, it might not be the smartest thing to do, but you got in. As you reach the first opening, you find a skeleton with its legs crushed under a boulder. You wonder if he bled out before he died of thirst. His shirt, though stained, was still intact and very good quality, and we got a new item from that. You decided to go even deeper. I'm pretty sure there are chances of having bad things over this, or good things. The next cavern was cramped and full of stale air. You found a little gold, but still not much. You moved onwards, wondering how far it was to the bottom. We got a little bit more gold. There, inside, a massive stash of gold. That's good. I got 326 gold. And we got a curse. What seems to be a curse? The air must have poisoned you, because as you went to pick it up, you hallucinated and a tall man in a suit smiling and smoking. As you turned to leave, he said, "Just so we're clear, that's mine, but you can borrow it a while." We have a good amount of cash right now, so let's invest some of that over here and learning how to get the gold. So let's see. Let's go straight to the master techniques for placer golds. Let's do that. Hard rock depths were still untouched, so let's bet all our money in that. Okay, we got an income of 100. That's pretty good. Let's continue. And let's try another mine now. Inevitably, news about the gold spread. Overnight, several nearby homesteads and settlements were raided. This is not good. Father worried you wouldn't make it on your own. He figured you'd need protection. You disagreed, but went along with his decision for the last time. Okay, we opened some more spots into the map, so let's move over here to the Mexican town. The Mexican said he'd help if you split your gold money with him. Okay, he left you a bunch of guns, some empty blessings, and a promise to send a vaquero to help out. Cheech, which is a new guy available for us to use into the map. So let's see, he has a Western rifle and a sawed-off cobra, which are pretty good weapons. This one has a medium range, and he also gives us 2 more weapons, Navy gun and a repeater rifle. So I'm gonna give this medium range rifle to my father, and I'm gonna give myself this one, which is not a good combo because both of them have short range, but this one does more damage. And it also is important to notice how much damage they do when people are half covered or just full covered. If Cheech dies, or Cheek, I have no idea how to mention his name, it'll cost you $200. So let's try not to do that. We want to keep this guy alive then. So we currently don't have any targets available, and we are the ones being attacked. So I would say let's see and wait. I am fully covering this side over here, which is apparently the place where they will come from. I want me to be in full cover and not just half cover, which I am in that window over there. I don't want to check this door though. I want to check the window. So let's go over here. And there we go. I should be covering this side. My father is covering this side. And Cheech, the Mexican guy, is over here. And if someone comes from this side, he's completely unprotected. Let's try come... You want to place your characters in a way that you can all protect each other and protect all sides, or the more sides the better. Let's try maybe over here, and I will open the basement door. There you go, awesome. I should now be... No, I'm still in half cover, because that's all the cover you get from this door over here. We still don't have any targets, so I'm just gonna skip the turn and see what they do. Okay, that was a pretty piss move, because he now has no cover at all. Another piss move, if you ask me. Son of a gun. And I got a lot of luck from that. Luck is important. It's important to have. It's important to have a good amount of luck in your bar. The more luck you have, the better chances you have of escaping a shot. But there's no luck that is gonna save you if you are in like melee range from someone, or if you are in no cover. Luck will not save you there. Okay, we have a good target to shoot over there, and you can now see more abilities available. These come from the items that I have equipped into my characters, these ones. And why not use Fenning? We still haven't used Fenning at all. Even though I have a better chance of hitting that guy, we don't really need to use Fenning over here. This will do 4 damage on the guy, which means it will kill him if I hit him. Let's go for this one. It's a better chance of hitting. Wonderful. Love to watch the effects, the glass breaking and whatnot. Okay, we need to move Warren. You cannot see those guys, and I'm pretty sure I can see them from over here. So let's move over here instead. There we go. I can now see them and shoot them. Let's do that. I have 59% chance of hitting them. Let's see. I have a cannibal ability over here. That comes from... I don't even know where that comes from. It's a talent he has. I can decide to ricochet, for instance, on this, to hit this guy on the wash tub. But the chances of hitting him are exactly the same, so we don't really need to do that. So let's come back and do this instead. This will, however, impact luck in a way. There's luck over there involved. Maybe this will spend luck. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm just gonna try it out. Yeah, that brings my luck down a little bit. So luck not only impacts the chances you have of being hit, but also the shots with ricochet. Okay, this guy is in pretty good position to hit that one over there. Let's try this gun instead, which will give us a much higher chance of hitting people. That guy has a pretty good chance of being hit, and he is in no cover at all. Let's see. I think I would rather prefer to finish this guy off, because this one has 3 HP, that one has 8 HP. So let's hit this guy instead. Let's see what they do. We really don't want to lose that Mexican guy. Warren is in somewhat a bad position over here. He's fighting 3 guys. Now, this is what you call a Rambo move. Oh god. This is really not great. Warren needs some help over here. So we better help him out by doing... This will consume just 1 action point, so let's do that. And now I will be able to hit this guy over here and hopefully finish him off. Yeah, that will do it. We need to help Warren out before he dies. Now, if we lose this guy, we lose $200. If we lose one of these ones, I'm pretty sure this mission fails and we gotta restart this mission. But you will still be able to restart the mission itself, and the scenario will still go on. If you had chosen Iron Man mode, which was the hard mode of this game, you would have to start the whole scenario from the scratch. That's why you don't want to get into a position where you have no cover at all. That guy is half covered. I will do 2 damage to him if I hit him. He has 3 HP, so I don't like the chances. Let's see, with this gun, lesser chance even. Most likely because this gun is short-ranged. What we can do is move from here, to a better position. But I don't think there's any better position than this. I'm kind of afraid that someone shows up here from the side, so I want to move this guy over here. This will be safer. Taking precautions not to get into this guy way, so that we don't get shot while moving. Pretty sure we will not. They're not opening the door, and it seems that these are the 2 last guys, because I don't see anyone else moving. I'm gonna move this guy over here, maybe that will give me a better chance of hitting them. Let's see. I can use fanning. Let's go with fanning because it's something you haven't seen before. And I'm gonna choose this guy. Now, fanning is good when you have good chance of hitting them. So you use fanning to do more damage. Because even though you have a lesser chance of hitting them, if you do, you will do more damage because you will shoot more times, if that makes sense to you. If I shot him just once with the simple shoot ability, I would have not killed him because he had 3 HP. So let's move now. Warren. Warren could use some healing. So let's use dried healing herbs. There we go. I got 2 HP from that. I could have used cannibalism. Should I have used that and not use the herbs? Because there's nothing else much I can do, and let's try to keep it safe. I'm gonna shoot him from here. Oh, and I hit him. That was a pretty good shot. Okay, the Mexican guy. Can you? No, you cannot finish him off. With cone shot, maybe? Oh, I missed. I don't even know if that would do the full damage or not. You're getting so close to me. Okay, you know what? Let's go Rambo, because this is the last guy, so we have no risk at all to lose this, I would say. So let's move over here and shoot him in the face with 6 damage. And he's done for. So as you can see, the game is split between that screen where you choose where you want to go and this screen where the combat happens. And I love that. I love that. I love this difference in gameplay. It breaks the routine. It's something that changes the game a lot. Though you survived the attack, Father was worried. He said you should build an underground escape tunnel in case of another attack, but he also wanted you to call the shots. If I do this, if we get attacked again, we'll have a chance to use the escape tunnel. If I don't, I will keep $200, which is something that I want to do. So let's keep the dollars. Florence's parents didn't survive the raid. You found her among the dead, weeping. She followed you home and never left. She never spoke of it, but brought fresh flowers to their house in their memory every week. That's pretty sad, but we got a new character in our party, which is Florence. While you were gone, your father had a visitor, a well-dressed gentleman with a peculiar accent who seemed to appear out of nowhere. Oh, what? Whoa, Florence is gone. What? You realized too late that your gold had made the Mexican powerful. He demanded more and more of your profits, and there was little way to stop him. Proud, brave Florence went to parley with a criminal, hoping to appeal to his kinder nature. She knew you would never allow it, so left without telling you, leaving just a note. That's too bad, but the Mexican had no better nature to appeal to. Florence never returned. You immediately prepared to burst her out. Rescue Florence. Here's another step into the story, and these are things that you can never control, these events.
To get her out, you'd need the key. This same key could also be used to lock the guards inside the house.
Okay, so Florence is trapped in the cell over here. It's locked shut. We have the key over here, which we need to pick. And currently, we're out of combat, which means you can subdue your targets whenever you wish. They will be subdued for about 4 turns if you leave them like that. If you keep your character there and repeatedly subdue them, they will never go into action. If you leave them alone, they will eventually call the alarm and you will enter combat. So the rest of the soldiers are around here. So what we can do is a smart move, which is picking up the key, unlock Florence, or probably firstly lock the guards, and then unlock the cell where Florence is being kept. So let's see. Let's try to sneak in and play this clever. Unfortunately, the characters seem to be deaf, because when you just walk near them, they never listen to you. So let's move the father over here. We don't really need to be careful with where we move to. As you can see now, he's moving. He's just walking slowly because he's near a guard. We're gonna go around because this place is being guarded by this guy. There's no chance I'm gonna go through this opening over here without this guy seeing me. So what we're gonna do is come around over here, enter from this side, from the back entrance, and get the key from this side. So let's move the father over here. And let's bring Warren as well, because we might need to subdue someone to go through places. Okay, we're still good. There's one dude over there, and apparently he didn't see me. Shadow regeneration. Huh, that's interesting. So, being in the shadow regens HP, 1 HP per turn. See? This is what I meant earlier with the conditions. If you are in the sunlight or if you are in the shadow, this changes some things sometimes. So let's see. The father can remain here, watching over that guy. Currently, he can't see us. While Warren will go inside and get the key. That seems like a good plan.
The key was yours. You could release her right away, or first lock the guards inside to make sure they didn't try to stop you.
Okay, so right now I have the clever move to just lock the guards inside this place so that they cannot come into play when I save Florence, because the moment you unlock this door, the guards will be alerted. This guy should absolutely turn away or turn around and find me over here, because come on, it cannot be this deaf. But sound is not something that comes into play in this part of the game, I guess, at least. But even if that guy would turn over to me, I would just play with father. Wait a second, I could see him before. Why can't I see him anymore? I would just do subdue with the father, and the guy would not be able to do anything. So I'm gonna move over here and lock the door. Let's be careful with the angle this guy sees me. Let's lock that door. Let's end the turn so we can do that. There you go. This one is locked. Now let's lock that one.
All the doors were locked tight with the master key. Getting away would be much easier now.
I need to come over here and save Florence. I should really position the father in a way that I can use him in combat, because the combat will start soon. So I'm gonna move, let's see, where am I gonna put you, buddy? These guys will, although they're locked inside, they cannot move outside the house. They will still be able to shoot me from the windows. So let's move, not over there, but instead, let's move back over here. And position father for the start of the combat. So Warren will get to the Florence. Oh, wait a second. There's one guy that will see me over here. Now, I can do this. I can pass through him, but he will be suspicious. I have no idea how that impacts the whole game. Be suspicious. So are the other guys. Maybe if we do that again, they will start the combat, but not right now. So I'm going to move father over here. Position him into combat. Now Warren will save Florence, but because I still... Oh, there seems to be a guy over there. Yeah, there seems to be a guy over here, so let's move over there first. I see now where the guy is at. Now father is going to move over here. But because he's not still in a place where I want him to be at, let's skip this turn. And let's move him over here and put him in full cover. There we go. They will not find this suspicious at all. Which is curious. Now what I'm going to do is, I have no other chance to save Florence other than subduing this guy. So let's do it. And it will be subdued right now for 4 turns. This one, which will finish, and 3 more. So right now I can just finish the turn. That guy is subdued. He will not do anything, so I'm going to save Florence.
At last, Florence was free. Now all you had to do was dispatch the guards outside.
And the combat starts immediately. I have 5 guards to shoot, to get done with. There would be more if I haven't unlocked these doors. The first one would be this guy over here, which will take 1 action point. Which means Warren will not be in cover, and that's not great at all. But the problem is, if I don't kill this guy straight away, even if I come back here into cover, he can do a Rambo move, come inside and shoot me in the face. So I think I'd rather just shoot him in the face right now and finish him off. So let's do that. Florence has now been activated and you can now move her. So let's move over here, maybe try to shoot someone through the window. There we go. We can shoot that guy. Wonderful. He's now dealt with. I thought I would have to deal with that guy with a father, but apparently we don't need to do that. So let's move over there. This will consume 2 action points, which is sad, but necessary. Let's see what they do. This guy will be trouble. Interesting. I have to kill 3 more, but I only see 2. I think the third one was the one that is inside this house over here. Alright, fortunately they didn't do any move on Warren, so we gotta move him to cover right now. I don't want to move there because father is already there, so that angle is somewhat covered. Let's also open this door, which will give us full cover. Wonderful. And we cannot... we cannot shoot this guy because we decided to move over there instead of over here, which is too bad. But at least I have this side cover if that guy decides to come around. But you know what? I think I'm gonna move here instead. Because if the guy comes from that door, I don't think I will be in cover. So, father will deal with that guy inside this home. Now, Warren. Warren could be the one moving over here, yeah. Let's do that. Only waste one action point. We don't have much chance of hitting him, unfortunately. Let's choose this gun, which will give us more of a chance to hit. It's because he is in full cover, apparently. And my aim is just terrible. What we could do is increase our aim by having tobacco. Let's do that. But that spends one action point, which doesn't let me shoot him now. Let's see, Florence. Florence is in a pretty bad position because if this guy decides to come inside, I'll be in a bad position, yeah. I cannot shoot anyone from over here, so let's try this position instead. We can probably shoot... Nope, we cannot shoot that guy over there, unfortunately. So, yeah, Florence is in a pretty bad place. If she moves out of the cell, this guy will most likely shoot me. Okay, this guy's gonna go for a Rambo move. This is what I'm afraid of most of the times in the game. And the game does it a lot, and I hate when this happens. They just go for Rambo moves. Just hate it. I just hate it. We cannot dispatch this guy just like this. They don't have characters that if they die, they lose the game. All of their characters are dispensable, but if Warren would have died, I think I would have to restart this mission. So that's why I hate the Rambo moves, and that's why I hate when they do it, when the computer does it. Let's see if we can find where that guy is at over here. Oh, there he is. And he has no cover at all, so he will be shot. So let's move over here. Half cover. We still... Oh, we can't shoot him. Cool. That's actually cool.
Vengeance
Nice.
was yours.
Only one more guy. Ouch.
Florence was free, and there was no one left to pursue you.
We got our lovely girlfriend back. Reunited again, the two of you return home safe and sound. A few days later, father came to you in a panic with an amulet. It was falling apart in his hands. It appeared father has been cheated by the strange gentleman who had been so devilishly convincing. No one can meddle with the balance of the world and get away with it. So let's give this aim to Florence. And we need to have a pair or something of the sort to have a card bonus on the father. So let's try more movement. We still don't have any bonus. We have a sight bonus if we keep these 3 cards on him. I think this is worth it. Father's curse made prospecting impossible. Whatever methods you tried, whatever places you sought, nothing worked. The situation was hopeless. This is not good. One day you awoke to a note from father. Not again. I hate when this happens. They keep leaving and joining the party, and I keep having to sort out the inventory. And I just hate it. You return after a hard day's work to find thugs raiding your house. That's not good. Siege the homestead. Okay, so if before we had made that escape tunnel at our house, we would be able to use it right now and spawn in the map inside our home, which would probably give us a better chance in the combat. Okay, I have no idea where they are at. I would suppose they are inside home, so let's risk for the biscuit and move over there already. You should take steps a little bit more gradually and not do this. If eventually a guy was like over here, it could just move to me on a Rambo move and kill me. Okay, let's take Florence inside his house and move her over here. It's raining, it's nighttime, so that affects the gameplay as well. There's apparently 4 of them so far. This is why somewhat I think you should focus targets when you are fighting. Because the more you shoot one target, the less luck they will have. Like Warren right now has 15 luck. That's almost nothing. So they will have a huge chance of hitting me right now if I'm not in full cover. So let's see, I can hit this guy. 49% chance of hitting him. What about with this rifle? A little bit more chance because it's a medium range one. Actually, that was not the guy I wanted to shoot. I wanted to shoot this guy down here. Oh well. Florence is in a really bad position to hit. Golden bullet. What is this? I don't even know what's golden bullet. Oh, it's an ability she has. So, fire a bullet that shoots through everything and is sure to hit anything. That's pretty good. We can try that out. There we go. That will kill that guy straight off. But it will take me 50 luck. So, there's a huge chance I'm going to be hit after this. These 2 guys will do some damage. Yep. If they shoot at Florence. Ouch. I was out of luck on Warren. Night. No shadows can be spotted. No one is protected by the sunlight. There we go. Conditions for the nighttime. It's a shame that you cannot shoot twice. I know there's characters that have that ability to shoot twice, but you have 2 action moves, so it would only be common sense that you think you have 2 shooting chances because you have 2 action points. Let's see. I can't use this because I don't have any more luck. Well, I got 90 luck right now because I was hit. So there's still apparently 3 of them. Maybe more. Okay, so Warren, you want to hit that guy. That's the one you were hitting. That guy's in no cover at all. So buddy, you are in a really bad spot right now. What we can do with Florence is get some tobacco up. This will increase aim, which will further increase the chance of hitting people. So let's do that. I'm not entirely sure for how long this buff will last. Maybe if we click her, we will know. Maybe for the whole match, I'm not entirely sure. But we have a much higher chance of hitting the guy now. Florence is doing all the work here, and I I honestly thought it would be the other way around. Okay, let's try to finish. Actually, we can. This will do only 1 damage. Let's move over here instead. Shoot him once, and then in the next turn, move over there. I guess the tobacco is gone. No, it's still on. Because she has such a bad chance of hitting him. But yeah, he is in full cover, so that's understandable. He hits my guy. I got some luck from that. So let's just shoot the guy from over here. There you go. We got him done with. And apparently there's still more of them. Because that was not the last. We gotta now advance in the map. So let's move Florence over here. This will use 1 action point. If she's in danger, we can just move back. Okay, nothing. I hate when this happens, when we don't have any clear shot on anyone. I'm gonna skip the turn and then try to move forward a little bit. So let's move over here. I don't like to move forward knowing that I will end up there and I will not be able to come back. 2 more guys over there. And I'm in full cover. 44%, not too bad. But we can probably do this and dispatch one of them.
What you didn't know at the time was that those hired thugs worked for the railroad. The corrupt local government deeded them your property, claiming the right of eminent domain, making the house you were defending no longer yours. Every man you killed raised the reward on your head a little higher, because now you were a wanted man, an outlaw.
Oh, we're an outlaw now. We need a better position on Warren, so I want to move him over here. Okay, Florence got hit. Her luck was pretty bad already because she used it on that ability. It uses all her luck, or most of it. Half her luck, more like it. But it's just so good. And there's one more, if I'm not mistaken. That is the last one, so let's go in and play it all. Actually, Warren again. Warren has been this unlucky guy with positioning in this map. Either that or I'm just playing awfully. Now, if I move over here, I will use 2 action points, and that's awful. You cannot see that guy. Florence, however, can move over here, and I think she can finish him off. Still have 9 shots before reloading on this weapon. So this will be 1 kill. 1 shot, 1 kill. Okay, there's still 1 more remaining. I'm gonna move Warren over here so that in the next turn he can move a little bit forward. This side of the house, maybe. Oh, there he is. There he is, and now I'm in a pretty bad spot. Just wanted to find out where he is at. Now, Warren, on the other hand, can move over here and still shoot him. So let's do that. 79 actually percent of chance of hitting him.
When every last thug was silenced, the truth of your situation finally hit home. You had to run.
If we come here to the campaign, I would suppose, nice. We have 2 new branches unlocked. We have As Good as Dead, which will continue the story, I would assume. And you have Method in Madness. I think it's a game that is still rough around the edges, but it's coming out like a really great one. With a few patches, I think it can become a really great turn-based game with a Wild West theme, which I love. My name has been TheSparrowsJourney. I hope you have enjoyed this video. This is Hard West by Creative Forge and Gambitious Digital Entertainment, coming out today on 18th of November on Steam. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next first look. Bye bye.